the main thing that attracted me to the Philippines was that my grandma is Filipino. My mom is half, and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to learn if since it was an opportunity that was just being thrown at me. Um, I thought I couldn't let it up. Like it
Mm-hmm.
sounded so fun to find out where my grandma comes from, and I'm a quarter of Filipino, so it would be amazing to even grow deeper into knowing myself. And when I got here, it was everything I needed. It was the life that I never truly got to experience. And then there was all of this love and support that I get to play in front of volleyball. I feel like every single game is a reward for me because I get to see
Mm-hmm.
how many smiles I put on people's faces while doing something that I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So playing in the Philippines, honestly, if I didn't have to go anywhere else to like if this wasn't my job and we could just play volleyball for fun,
Yeah.
I gotta say Philippines is the best place. Like it's so very fun.
Mm-hmm.
But since it is my job and I just like I can't live in this like time right now. This pandemic is driving me insane. I'm an outside person.
Mm-hmm.
It just breaks my heart that we can't go back to how it used to be.
Yeah. One of
But
the
like I love
ga-
having fans dance. Like,
yeah, go ahead, sorry. It
hmm?
lagged. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, nothing. Go you go.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say that when I watched one of the games of F2, I think it was the finals against Signal in Moa Arena, you were very appreciative of the fans because you won an MVP and then you guys won the championship on that day. So, how would you say is the difference in playing with fans like here in the Philippines? Because in other countries, I hear that even if you play basketball or other sports, that the fan base here is different for these kinds of sports like basketball and volleyball.
Yeah, the sports here are very energy driven. And it's the environment that keeps athletes wanting to come back to the Philippines because we feel appreciated for all the hard work. Like anywhere else that I've played is pretty top in as well in terms of fan base. But like when I went to Europe, when I played in Europe, like it was very dull, and we worked so hard every week and only had one game a week. So it was really hard to find reminders of why we do this. Athletes need that. They need to be reminded. They need to remind themselves, why am I here? Why am I sacrificing my body and my time and my family to play this sport? And in the Philippines, I think it's so much easier to find that reminder because of the people that you're impacting, the fans, and my gosh, I love the crowd when during the
Yeah.
championship. That's different.
Yeah, how would you say that what would you say is your best fan encounter so far here in the Philippines, and why was it the best? Like, was the message nice, or was your conversation nice with the fans? I mean, now with the pandemic, it's kind of difficult to even interact with them except in social media. But then for you, what was the best that you really remember?
I'd say on my birthday, they make
Mm-hmm.
you feel so very special. And growing up, like birthdays are very special in my family. And we made sure
Mm-hmm.
that we were celebrated, our lives were celebrated for um in the morning. It started in the morning when we woke up. Like it's the day
Mm-hmm.
that for us. So I've been away from my birthday a lot for a long time since I went for college. Like usually I'm in season during March. So
Mm-hmm.
I never really got to spend my birthday in a while at home with my family. And my it was my first birthday with F2, and like I had so many cakes and like flowers and balloons on my birthday because it was a game on my birthday, and I just felt like my heart was just so happy. It wasn't just one fan, that's why it was everyone, and it just
Mm-hmm.
made my heart like I called my mom and dad right away, and I was just like, "You guys, like I'm so loved here. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
appreciated." and it feels great. One of the best birthdays.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. And the Filipino fans are very passionate, and sometimes to a fault because they they do a verbal altercations with the other fans from the opposing teams. The rivalries. I mean, you didn't get to play for LaSalle, but like the LaSalle Ateneo rivalry or the San Beda Letran rivalry in the NCAA. It's very intense and a lot of interactions with the fans when it's the emotions are high in the Coliseum or in the arena. So it's really great for you to experience it also here in the Philippines. But then you also mentioned that F2, like their hospitality and the concept of family is very evident, even with the fans and with the team itself, with the culture. And in Hawaii, it's also like that. So how would you how would you compare it from the Philippines and Hawaii in terms of the hospitality and the family treatment here in the country?
I think it's very similar. Like the aspect of family, the idea of one unit and working together for one goal is the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it was not hard at all for me to adjust to F2 and their programming and their family, even though they're very like exclusive. Like it's F2, like those girls are just like they've been together, they stick together. Like they let me in like I was already there.
Mm-hmm.
First, like the first day that I entered the gym, immediately I had my teammates hugging me.